The AI K-shaped job market, navigating the dual trajectory of tomorrow's workforce abstract. This research brief examines the emerging AI K-shaped job market, where artificial intelligence technologies are simultaneously creating unprecedented demand for certain skills while diminishing the value of others. Drawing on recent industry research and organizational case studies, the article explores how this bifurcation manifests across financial services, healthcare, and manufacturing sectors, revealing distinct patterns of workforce transformation. The analysis identifies critical strategies for organizations navigating this divide, including strategic workforce planning with AI-focused skills taxonomies, comprehensive upskilling ecosystems that develop both technical and adaptive capabilities, and human-AI integration approaches that optimize complementary strengths. For individuals, the research highlights effective pathways to position oneself on the upward trajectory of the K-shape through deliberate skill portfolio diversification and strategic career navigation. This practitioner-oriented brief argues that successfully navigating the dual trajectories of tomorrow's workforce requires viewing AI not merely as a cost-saving automation tool but as a catalyst for reimagining human potential in an increasingly technology-augmented workplace. In today's rapidly evolving employment landscape, we stand at a critical inflection point. The rise of artificial intelligence isn't simply changing how we work, it's fundamentally reshaping which skills will be valued in the marketplace. The concept illustrated in the image, the AI K-shaped job market, perfectly captures this bifurcation of career trajectories. On one path, we see AI-related skills becoming increasingly in demand, creating unprecedented opportunities for those who possess them. On the other path, we witness the potential decline of certain existing skills as AI systems increasingly demonstrate capability in performing them. As both a researcher and consultant who has worked with organizations navigating this transition, I've observed firsthand how this divergence is creating winners and losers across industries. This research brief aims to unpack the implications of this K-shaped reality, offering evidence-based insights and practical strategies for professionals and organizations seeking to position themselves on the upward trajectory of this new paradigm. The stakes couldn't be higher. McKinsey Global Institute, 2023, estimates that by 2030, up to 375 million workers, roughly 14% of the global workforce, may need to switch occupational categories as AI and automation transform the nature of work. Understanding which skills fall on which side of the K is crucial not just for individual career planning but for organizational strategy and public policy. The bifurcation of skills, understanding the K-shaped divide, the upward trajectory, AI-adjacent skills in high demand. The upper arm of the K represent skills that complement AI technologies or enable their effective deployment. These skills are experiencing accelerated demand growth as organizations seek to harness AI capabilities while addressing their limitations. Research by the World Economic Forum, 2023, identified several categories of skills that consistently appear on this upward trajectory: AI complementary technical skills, machine learning engineering, data science and analytics, AI ethics and governance, prompt engineering, model training and fine-tuning, AI systems integration, human-centric skills that AI cannot easily replicate, creative problem-solving, strategic decision-making, emotional intelligence, cross-cultural communication, ethical judgment, complex relationship building. Stanford University's AI Index Report, 2024. Documented a 71% increase in job postings requiring AI-related skills between 2020 and 2024, with particularly sharp increases following the widespread adoption of generative AI tools in late 2022. Importantly, these roles command significant salary premiums, often 20 to 30% above industry averages for comparable positions without AI requirements. LinkedIn Economic Graph, 2024. The Massachusetts Institute of Technology's Work of the Future Initiative, Autor et al., 2023, found that roles emphasizing human judgment applied to AI outputs, what they term AI oversight functions, represented the fastest-growing job category across multiple industries. This includes positions like AI ethicists, algorithm auditors, and AI human collaboration specialists that didn't exist a decade ago. The downward trajectory, skills vulnerable to AI displacement. The lower arm of the K represents skills and roles where AI systems are increasingly demonstrating competency, potentially reducing demand for human workers performing these tasks. Oxford Economics, 2024, identified several categories of skills particularly vulnerable to AI displacement: routine cognitive tasks, basic data analysis and reporting, information retrieval and summarization, first-level customer service, standard content creation, transaction processing, basic translation, predictable physical tasks, warehouse operations, basic assembly work, certain types of transportation, standardized food preparation, routine quality control. Research by Brynjolfsson and McAfee, 2024. Indicates that generative AI alone could automate or significantly augment approximately 23% of current work tasks across all occupations, with displacement effects concentrated in entry-level and mid-skill positions. Their analysis suggests this could affect over 300 million full-time equivalent positions globally by 2030. Importantly, the downward trajectory doesn't necessarily mean complete job elimination. Rather, it often represents task transformation, where portions of roles are automated while human workers focus on higher-value activities. However, this transition requires significant reskilling and organizational restructuring, processes that are often unevenly distributed across workforces. Industry impact: how the K-shape manifests across sectors. The AI K-shape divide manifests differently across industries, with varying timelines and intensities. Understanding these sector-specific patterns is crucial for developing targeted strategies. Financial services, algorithmic augmentation. The financial services industry presents perhaps the most dramatic example of K-shaped transformation. Goldman Sachs Research, 2024. Estimates that approximately 35% of all tasks in banking and financial services could be automated or significantly augmented by AI within the next 5 years. On the upward trajectory, we've seen explosive growth in roles like quantitative analysts with AI expertise, AI compliance specialists, algorithm auditors, AI-driven financial advisors, machine learning engineers for fraud detection. JP Chase's implementation of their contract intelligence (COIN) platform exemplifies this trend. The AI system reviews legal documents and extracts important data points, completing in seconds work that previously took lawyers and loan officers approximately 360,000 hours annually. JP Chase, 2023. Rather than eliminating legal positions, the bank redeployed these professionals toward higher-value contract negotiation and relationship management, but only after significant reskilling investments. On the downward trajectory, traditional roles like loan processors, claims adjusters, and basic financial analysts have seen reduced demand as AI systems increasingly handle routine assessment and reporting functions. Bank of America's reduction of 5,000 back-office positions between 2022 to 2024 while simultaneously hiring 2,000 technology specialists illustrates this reallocation. Bank of America Annual Report 2024. Healthcare, augmented clinical judgment. The healthcare sector demonstrates how AI can enhance rather than replace professional expertise when deployed thoughtfully. Research by the Mayo Clinic, 2024, found that AI diagnostic systems, when used as decision support tools for physicians, improve diagnostic accuracy by 23% compared to either AI or human diagnosis alone. On the upward trajectory, we've seen growing demand for clinical AI specialists, medical data scientists, AI ethics officers for healthcare, human AI collaboration nurses, telehealth coordinators with AI expertise. Cleveland Clinic's implementation of their AI Copilot program showcases this approach. Rather than replacing radiologists, their AI imaging system serves as a second opinion, flagging potential concerns for human verification. This system has reduced misdiagnoses by 31% while allowing radiologists to focus on complex cases requiring human judgment. Cleveland Clinic Innovation Report. 2024. On the downward trajectory, certain specialized technician roles focused on image processing, basic laboratory analysis, and standard documentation have seen reduced demand as AI systems increasingly handle routine tasks. However, the intimate nature of healthcare has limited wholesale replacement of healthcare workers compared to other industries. Manufacturing, the new production paradigm in manufacturing. The K-shaped divide has created particularly stark contrasts between facilities embracing AI-integrated production and those maintaining traditional methods. Research by Deloitte, 2023. Found that manufacturers implementing AI-driven predictive maintenance saw 30 to 50% reductions in downtime and 10 to 20% increases in overall equipment effectiveness. On the upward trajectory, manufacturing has seen growing demand for AI systems integration engineers, smart factory designers, human-robot collaboration specialists, predictive maintenance analysts, AI quality control experts. Tesla's factory operating system represents the leading edge of this transformation. By integrating AI throughout their production processes, from demand forecasting through final quality control, Tesla achieves significantly higher production efficiency with fewer total labor hours per vehicle compared to traditional manufacturers. Tesla Impact Report. 2024. On the downward trajectory, traditional assembly roles, quality control inspectors, and certain types of maintenance technicians have seen reduced demand. General Motors 2023 restructuring illustrates this trend, with the company reducing its traditional manufacturing workforce by 12% while increasing its software and AI engineering staff by 35%. General Motors Annual Report. 2023. Organizational strategies. Navigating the K-shaped reality. Organizations facing this bifurcated future have several strategic options. Research indicates that the most successful approaches combine technological implementation with thoughtful workforce transformation. Strategic workforce planning with AI in mind. Research by Accenture, 2024, found that organizations taking a strategic approach to AI-driven workforce transformation, rather than implementing piecemeal automation, achieve 2-3x greater productivity improvements and significantly higher employee retention during technological transitions. Effective strategic workforce planning requires skills taxonomy development, mapping current workforce skills with granular precision, identifying which skills align with upper vs. lower K trajectories, documenting adjacent skills that could enable transitions, future state modeling, projecting AI implementation timelines against skill requirements, developing scenarios for different adoption rates, creating heat maps of organizational vulnerability and opportunity. Unilever's Future of Work initiative exemplifies this approach. By mapping 80+ skills across their entire workforce and categorizing them according to AI impact potential, they identified specific transition pathways for employees in vulnerable roles. Unilever Sustainability Report. 2024. This proactive approach allowed them to reduce involuntary separations by 63% compared to their previous technology transformation initiatives. Intentional upskilling ecosystems. Research by MIT's Sloan School of Management, Keegan et al. 2023, found that organizations investing in comprehensive reskilling programs, not just technical training but developing learning capacity itself, saw 3-5x greater success in transitioning employees from declining to growing roles. Effective upskilling ecosystems include multimodal learning approaches, technical skill development, hard skills, adaptive capacity building, learning how to learn, human-AI collaboration, training mindset and resilience development, incentive alignment, compensation structures rewarding skill development, career pathways, visualizing transitions, recognition systems highlighting successful pivots. Microsoft's AI Business School represents a leading example of this approach, rather than focusing solely on technical AI skills. Their curriculum integrates strategic thinking, change management, and ethical frameworks. This comprehensive approach has enabled over 15,000 mid-career professionals to successfully transition into AI-adjacent roles. Microsoft Corporate Responsibility Report 2024. Human-AI integration design. Organizations achieving the greatest value from AI implement these technologies with careful attention to human-AI integration points. Research by Harvard Business School, Davenport and Ronanke. 2023 found that projects designed around complementary strengths of humans and AI outperformed both human-only and AI-only approaches by an average of 37% across multiple performance metrics. Effective human-AI integration design principles include complementary capability mapping, identifying unique human strengths, creativity, empathy, ethical judgment, leveraging AI strengths, pattern recognition, consistency, tirelessness, creating interfaces that optimize handoffs between systems, human-centered implementation, involving end users in system design, implementing feedback loops for continuous improvement, measuring augmentation benefits. Not just automation savings. Starbucks, Deep Brew, AI initiative demonstrates these principles in action. Rather than replacing baristas with automated systems, their AI handles inventory management, demand forecasting, and equipment maintenance scheduling, freeing human employees to focus on customer interaction and creative drink creation. This approach has increased both customer satisfaction and employee engagement metrics. Starbucks Sustainability Report 2023. Individual strategies, positioning yourself for the upper K for individuals navigating this bifurcated landscape. Research suggests several evidence-based strategies for positioning oneself on the upward trajectory. Skill portfolio diversification. Research by the Harvard Business Review, Duckworth and Gross. 2023 found that professionals who developed T-shaped skill profiles, deep expertise in one area combined with breadth across related domains, were 2.7x more likely to successfully navigate technological transitions than specialists or generalists alone. Effective skill portfolio diversification includes complementary skill pairing, technical plus domain expertise, e.g. data science plus healthcare knowledge, AI proficiency plus human-centric skills, e.g. prompt engineering plus facilitation, technical understanding plus business strategy. Adaptive learning approaches, just-in-time learning of emerging technologies, building meta-learning capabilities, developing learning networks that span disciplines. The career trajectory of professionals successfully transitioning from traditional data analysis to data science illustrates this approach. Those who supplemented technical learning with business acumen and communication skills were significantly more likely to secure senior positions than those focusing exclusively on technical capability. LinkedIn Workforce Report 2024. Strategic Career Navigation. Research by Wharton's Future of Work Initiative, Bidwell and Mollick. 2023 found that professionals who approached career planning with intentional experimentation, systematically testing new skills and role components, were 3.1x more likely to successfully pivot into growing fields than those taking a reactive approach. Effective strategic career navigation includes opportunity scouting, tracking emerging roles at the human-AI interface, identifying gateway skills that enable transitions, monitoring industry-specific AI implementation timelines, strategic positioning, volunteering for AI implementation projects, seeking hybrid roles combining traditional and emerging skills, building portfolios demonstrating AI-adjacent capabilities. The experience of marketing professionals adapting to the rise of AI-generated content illustrates this approach. Those who positioned themselves as AI-enhanced creatives, developing skills in prompt engineering and AI content curation while maintaining creative direction expertise, saw 40% higher compensation growth compared to peers who either rejected AI tools or failed to develop human-AI collaboration capabilities. American Marketing Association. 2024. Conclusion: embracing the dual future. The AI K-shaped job market isn't merely a temporary disruption, It represents a fundamental restructuring of how work is distributed between humans and machines. As my research and consulting experience has consistently demonstrated, the organizations and individuals who thrive in this environment will be those who recognize both trajectories of the K and position themselves accordingly. For organizations, this means moving beyond simplistic automation initiatives toward comprehensive workforce transformation strategies that thoughtfully integrate human and artificial intelligence. It requires viewing AI not merely as a cost-saving measure but as a catalyst for reimagining what humans can accomplish when freed from routine tasks. For individuals, navigating the K-shaped market demands intentional skill development focused on AI complementary capabilities while building the adaptive capacity to evolve as the technology itself advances. It requires recognizing that career security no longer comes from mastering a static set of skills but from developing the meta-skill of continuous transformation. The AI revolution need not produce only winners and losers. With thoughtful strategy and intentional action, we can create a future where technology augments human potential rather than simply replacing it. The K-shaped job market presents both peril and promise. The path we take depends on the choices we make today.